Good morning everyone, so we're looking at another Benyar watch, and did you know that it's Benyar is actually partnered with Pagani Design? Just a little bit of information about the sort of the Benyar brand. They've got 15 years experience and they're from that China region. I've got the white gloves on because it keeps the consistency the same and the theme of my video is consistent across all of them. So yeah, let's have a little look at this Benyar watch. So initial look at the box, we've got a plain sort of black theme here. Simply just, I've just torn it, whoops, and it just slides out just like so. Revealing a simple sort of glossy finish, the Benyar print at the top there. Nothing too major to say about it, it just folds over like so. Usually these sort of watches, they are usually well stocked, well packaged together. They don't have the best boxes, but they usually give you sort of the decent amount of sort of extras with it. So obviously the guarantee card's there, the manual's there, cleaner. Sometimes you get a tool as well for adjusting the strap. This one doesn't, probably because it's got that leather strap. So here we go, guys. This is the Benyar BY-5140, the Chronograph edition. So it's got a 45mm case diameter with a 12mm case thickness. Retails at just £40 from Amazon and weighs 80 grams. But I mean, I'm not too sure on that actually. I have to double check that. Don't take my word for that. And uses probably a Chinese quartz movement, as you can see from the ticking hand here. So let's move on to the dial here. So the dial is a Sunray dark green style dial, as you can see here, with 3 chronographs. So you've got the 24-hour readout at the top and a chronograph speed timer in here, hence the speed timer bezel. But move on to that in a minute. The watch and the dial is housed in a PV. I'm got to get this right. It's a I lost my words. I think it's a PVD rose gold plated alloy stainless steel casing, but the actual body of it is stainless steel. That's the main thing you've got to worry about. I get 3 atmospheric waterproofness with this, fully luminous hands and fully luminous increments, all sort of detailed with rose gold stainless steel bordering to all of the components. There's actually 5 variants of this watch. You can go for lots of different colours. I've decided to go for this one, seemed to be quite popular, and it's probably, I'm not a green dial person, so I thought, well, I'll go and have a little review of this, and I quite like it, to be fair. It's quite smart. It's I thought initially this would look cheap and garbagey, but that's at first glance it looks nice and it feels decent. The weight feels good. But yes, let's have a little look into the breakdown of it. So we've got a little date dial just in at 3 PM there. Benyar logo on the side there as well. Tachymeter going around the side, full sort of, it's not sure if it's ceramic, don't quote me if it is. Not sure if it is or not. But that's a nice sort of dark green dial. It gives off sort of a blue effect on that dial there. It's not the same colour as the main dial, but it has a sort of a bluish green colour. It's a nice thick bezel as well, sits on top of a nice thick case. So let's have a look at these chronograph buttons since we're here. So obviously we've got the full polish finish on the casing all the way around the side here. Let's have a little look at the chronograph button. Oh, it's not a 24-hour readout, my mistake, sorry guys, that's a seconds counter, as you can see there. It's just gliding around nicely. You don't get much feedback on the buttons when you push them, they push in with ease. But it's entirely up to you with what you want to go for. And you can hear the sort of tinniness of how it bounces out. But it's no matter. The actual chronograph, it works, it functions. You just don't get a lot of feedback when you're pushing those buttons. But the chronograph works, main thing. So let's move on to the crown. Crown felt cheap when I pulled it out. But when you actually move it to second position to adjust the time of the hands, I'm surprised at how much good feedback you get from the watch. It feels strong. It doesn't feel tinny at all. It's probably offering the same sort of quality as a Pagani design relative to the price. Let's try and get the first position. It does feel cheap when you push it in, but when you're actually turning it, it feels fine. Again, a decent amount of feedback to the date dial when you're at the first position. It doesn't make a cheap tinny sound when you're rotating that date dial through. You might not be able to hear it with the white noise in the background, but It does make a nice smooth sound there, but it just feels cheap when you push it in. Well, it doesn't feel cheap, it sounds cheap. Right, coming out to the strap. I'm not sure on the width of the strap, it didn't specify, but I can check now for you guys. So if you want to change that strap, you're going to need, it's probably 20. Oh no, it's not 20. It's 22. So it's probably a 23mm lug width strap to fit a 22mm strap. So you've got a beige leather strap, crocodile leather probably. Not actually, just leather. Yeah, nice sort of beige effect to it. It's got 2 pieces of leather to it, so you've got one top and one bottom. Nice line stitching going all the way down the outside. Single windows as well. It's not a long strap, so it might not be best suited for big wrists, but no matter there. It's probably one of those ones you just get an extra long strap. 2 free roam, one free roam holder, one that's fixed in place, and a rose gold embossed buckle. So there we go, guys. That is the Benyar BY-5140. And is it worth the money? I'd say it is. I'd say this is worth the money. It's a very decent watch actually. It's yeah, it's proved me wrong. And the hands, even on the seconds, they seem to line up with the. They did. I thought they were going to line up with the increments nicely, but they don't seem to. It does also have a bit of playback as well. When you see it ticking around, it bounces back on itself a little bit, but that's just a little technical thing. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video.